Unsocialized, reactive German Shepherd. And here's her 20 minutes later. Watch every decision I made and why. 1-year-old dog who freaks out on the leash to all dogs. You can imagine if a leash is on her right now, she blows up. Hairs up on the back. And watch this right here. This is where I know she's half-assed. This is where I know she's not that bad. See that investigative look? That's not what aggressive dogs do. They stare at him in the eye. They follow him around. They want to fight. They don't investigate like that. Now she's emotional, right? You can see the hair on the back and this I don't like. I'll go back to the hair in a minute. This I don't like at all. If he was out, this would be hitting him and he would get mad at her, and I don't want Prince to get mad at her because she needs friends. She does not need corrections. Now if a correction naturally happens, it happens, but the hair on the back is an emotion. It is just stimulation. People always ask me, is it good, is it bad? It's neither, it's just stimulation. But this isn't good, it's too much stimulation. So energy meeting energy, and you're gonna see that throughout this video, is what we're trying to avoid. That's why I'm gonna use the fence. I'm not gonna use a muzzle because she has no bite in her, you will see that. And I am gonna use a leash, especially on Duke when he comes out. And then she's gonna meet another dog where she's gonna be on a leash because energy meeting energy is bad. The tail doesn't matter. It's not joy, it's not hate, it's just more stimulation. Don't get too caught up in the tail like people do. Oh, she's happy when the tail's wagged. Okay, now leash meeting. I have to remember the energy on energy. I have to use the leash because she may just run up to him too hard and then he may get mad at her. That's all half-assed stuff. That little thing to the face is just kind of investigative. Those lip licks are not, when I talk about lip licks, they're not true lip licks. True lip licks are, I don't want to fight, and they're much quicker than she's doing. Those are like just constantly licking. So this is, I start to take off the leash right after I see this. I go, okay, she's not biting anybody. So watch this. He moves. She has like a prey drive going a little bit. It's just her. And then right here, just this biting of the air thing on a quick movement from him. If she didn't nip him there, she's really not going to nip him. I say she has no bite in her. And I say that a lot about a lot of the dogs. Now this whole fence thing, leash thing, when to go to the leash from the fence, when to use a muzzle, when to take her off the leash, this is all taught in the Beckman coaching program at beckmanpro.com to become a professional dog trainer. You get lives every week. This is all taught there. And this is the process. Leashes, muzzles, and fences, how to use them, how to get rid of them. Now you can see that prey drive in her right there. So go to beckmanpro.com to become one of my certified dog trainers. This is all based in science, by the way. Everything we do is based in operant, classical, conditioning, or nature. It's all got a basis of science. Now I want you to watch this. Energy meeting energy is not good for this dog because she is not aggressive. What's going to happen on that bridge when Duke comes in? It could be just a kerfuffle. It just is too much. So she's got to go back. Now look, she comes back. And then right here, I'm just kind of like, push her back a little bit. And then she finally goes away. We can't have that. I put Duke on a leash because Duke's a bit of the crazy one in the mix. And as I always say, and as you're going to learn in the Beckman coaching program, when you're socializing difficult dogs like this, we got to do it quick. You can't be a trainer and take all day to do this. Now she's off leash, but you need a helper dog. You have to have a helper dog, and you learn that in the Beckman coaching program. You learn how to touch dogs. That neck move I did was kind of a touchy move where I only walked away from her when she walked away from me, and you learn all that in the Beckman coaching program. Now she's meeting a random dog, and she is, I'd say, 80% better than she was 20 minutes ago meeting Prince. She was 50% better than she was meeting Prince, and I'd say she's 80% better than she was. Ha! 3.5 2.5-year-old German Shepherd who's reactive to dogs and people. As the people walk in, every single session, I'm analyzing everything. What are you seeing right now? I'll tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a strong woman, physically, and a woman who has control of her dog. Most dogs pull coming in, and I love this sit right here. 98% of dogs that come by a facility cannot do a sit right there. That's rare. So I know what I'm dealing with. I don't know the level of reactivity yet. You're going to see it in about 5 seconds, and I'm going to slow it down for you. I'm going to break down the methods because I knew right away what was going on with this dog. Right after the dog goes at me right here, I know what's going on with this dog, and I know the solution. So watch the dog. I have to make a little noise because he's not looking, and then he sees me, and I react way too much. I had too much coffee that day or something. No need for that reaction from me. Here's the thing. How many dogs have you seen hit that gate or any other fence on this property? That's bad. When they hit the fence, they'll hit you or hit the other dog. He does not hit the fence. He holds himself back. And look at me. What am I doing? But that's fine. I didn't know if he was going to come up. I don't know the dog. But he's all bark, no bite. Could he bite somebody? Yes. That's why she's with me. Came to me. But he's a lot bark, no bite. It's also upon touching his mom. So basically, we are in the protection or resource guarding area of things. Everybody thinks it's protection, and you're going to see her even say, I say resource guarding, and she says, no, he doesn't do that. You're going to hear that in a minute. Everyone thinks it's protection, and it's a German Shepherd. It is part protection, but it's often mainly resource guarding, and there is a difference. Now we're going to original audio, then I'll come back. So we just identified one of the problems, right? Protection and or resource guarding.
He doesn't do that.
What?
He doesn't do resource guarding.
No, he does.
Oh,
he just did it.
I'm the resource.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I mean, he's a German Shepherd, so we can say it's possibly protection, but not necessarily. It could be resource guarding too. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. You are not a lady that needs protection from a nice person at my house.
Right.
I'm not some dude who in a hood coming into your house unannounced. I'm not some homeless guy on the street.
Right.
I'm none of those things. And he needs to know that.
Right.
Make sense?
Yes.
Me shaking your hand, you voluntarily, does not mean he gets to do that. Now, I like his response. It was half-assed. He does not want to bite anybody.
Okay.
He's backing up. He's doing his thing, but he's not this like crazy aggressive dog. We can just see that right away. A hard stare at me, obvious lip going up too far, and or a movement towards me. All of those can be criteria. No, you're going to grab. He's going to feel your strength. You're going to walk into him about 6 feet back. You're going to say, sit, just like that. And then you're going to let him up and you're going to come back and we're going to talk and or shake hands again. This is a dominance correction, and it is based on the fact that he is resource guarding and or protecting you, and you're showing him you're strong, you're showing him he can't do that. We're not hitting an e-collar, which is this pain that he kind of knows where it is, he kind of doesn't. We want him to know that mom is strong.
Okay.
And that you can protect yourself. Okay. Ready?
Okay, yep.
Oh.
No.
Walk, walk, walk,
No.
walk, 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 walk. Sit. And release. And come back to your friend, Joel. It's good to see you again, Sarah.
See you too.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I know. It's so good to see you.
Yes, good to see you too.
I know. That's a nice dog. Oh, that's a nice. Get ready.
Okay.
Me saying that's a nice dog and looking at him is not a reason to go at me.
Okay.
I won't do anything that is inappropriate. Like if I were to grab you, he can do his thing, right?
Yeah.
But anything short of that. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a nice dog. Oh, it's so good to see you again. How are you? How are you? You just saw the dominant correction work, her taking her space, backing him up work. Now you're going to see a different level of reactivity towards dogs. He would never do this to a person. Doesn't even know where the edge of the pool is because he is so focused on running up to the dog. And I love that he landed in the water. It's a shock to the system without pain. It's wonderful. He's still reactive. Look at that slide up. Way more reactive to dogs, way worse to dogs. We know the answer, and we helped it with people. You saw that earlier. The dog one's going to be more complex, but Prince is doing the perfect thing. Unlike me, when I reacted at the fence and put my hands in the air and walked 2 feet away, Prince knows better. He's like, I'm not even going to move. And watch this right here. Look at this. What a stud. I mean, Prince to not even put his leg down. Yes, he knows that there's a fence there, but still. So the solution to barking and lunging at people is to give a delta, which is a no. And then to walk into the dog, do a sit. It's a power move. The dog learns you're strong. The dog follows up. And when with the sit, you know the dog is listening to you. Then you measure the results afterwards. It's pretty clear, it's pretty straightforward. The solution to the dog reactivity is not quite the same because the dog is overstimulated. So we have to get the dog to a point where the dog is chiller, and then we can do the exact same thing with the dogs. But we need socialization, desensitization, exercise in there. And then once the dog is relatively calm with dogs, then we're going to apply the exact same methods to reactivity towards other dogs. Get ready to do your thing. Do your thing.
No.
The people stuff has to stop. The dog stuff I get. We're over the people stuff. And you hesitated. I get why. It's a lot, but you can't hesitate. Yeah. This is the answer to every time he does something uncool to a person. Can he be mean to Prince at this point? Prince has done nothing to him.
Right.
Prince has been the nicest boy ever. Right. He's at Prince's house. Can't be mean to anybody.
Right.
We gave him some grace early, obviously. He can growl. He's all worked up. No more grace.
Okay.
Right? No?
No.
Grab?
No. Sit. Sit.
Good job.
Sit. No.
Release.
Okay.
You can talk to us.
Hi, Prince. Hi, puppies.
Okay, get ready.
Hi, puppies.
Yeah, so Princey's a good boy. Oh, Percy's a
Hi,
good boy.
Princey.
Everyone's a good
Hi,
boy.
Princey.
Everyone's a good boy. When he's on leash, I think it's the exact same thing. It's a correction, and then it's you don't have to grab the collar because you have the leash, and then it's a walk into him, and then it's a sit. Now you can say no, but you don't have to because the leash kind of does the marking of the incorrect behavior. So goes at someone, correct? Walk, 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 sit. Okay, go do it again. And I say go do it again.
Okay.
I go do it again, bro. Go bark at Joel. I'll just do that again. It's okay.
Okay.
It's not okay, but like the tone and the attitude of like, do it again. Okay. Now, if there's some dog who's just out of its mind, it can't control its brain. No. Grab. Walk. Good. Sit.
No.
Release. Come back. Oh, he's a good boy. Oh, he's a good boy.
Wait.
Yeah, Prince is a good boy. Prince was just walking. Percy's a good boy. Well, I'm glad you let that little chuffy bark go, you know, because he looked at me and then he chuffed and then he kind of was like really good. Oh, Percy's the best boy in the world. Is Percy a good boy?
He's a good boy.
Percy, you're so good.
He's a good boy.
I mean, what's great about him is it's really clear what the answer is. It's really clear why he does it, and it's really clear what the answer is. It's simple, not easy though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you can by all means give him love when he's being a good boy, and you should.
Look at you're right
Yeah,
here next
and then if he's bad because of the love, which they often are, they're like, oh, mommy's with me, like, let's go get this dog and this person. You just throw that correction in again.
Okay.
Everything changes. Mom changes. I asked the owner to leave to test my theory. If it's protection and resource guarding, the dog should be better when he's with me without the owner. So, little go with the other dogs, but look at this. Wonderful meeting the puppy, smelling the puppy. I think we agree that probably wouldn't have happened with the owner in the mix because he just wants to be with mommy all the time. I don't think me petting the dog would have happened when the owner is in the mix as well. Protection versus resource guarding. It's a tough thing for people to navigate. Almost everyone says protection, but it's usually resource guarding. But with this dog, it was protection, in part because it's the perfect situation. Female owner, male approaching, me, and the dog is a German Shepherd. So it lends itself to protection, but there's also resource guarding in there. Now watch this go at this dog. That is the most half-assed go at a dog I've ever seen. He doesn't want to hurt anybody, which I knew early on when he went at me. Look at this. He's just saying, please get out of here. Hence, no correction given. He just needs more dogs. And it's big and it's loud. and people get scared from it, obviously, and dogs do, but it's really just not that bad, or I would have corrected it. Another pet from me, and now Mom's going to come back in the mix. He's now got his job again. He's not going to be a perfect dog, but we do know the problem. Resource guarding and protection coupled with socialization, the occasional correction to get his brain out of it, and he's not fixed, but he's way better, and we now know the answer, and it is a bulletproof answer. It is the answer. In a minute, I'll sum it all up for this client, and you'll hear a story about Duke. But at first, I want to say, if you want to come see me, go to beckmansdogtraining.com. Sign up for a Feisty Fido session or a regular session or a puppy session. Then, if you want to do the board and train, we can talk about the board and train during your session to see if it's the right fit for you and for your dog. Also, if you want to become one of my certified dog trainers, go to beckmanpro.com. I do lives every week. You get a community section. You get hundreds of videos that have never been released before on YouTube that work its way up to you dealing with aggression and actually making a living at doing this dog training thing. Again, beckmanpro.com if you want to come see me in person or do a phone session. Beckman Dog Training, beckmansdogtraining.com. Links are in the description. It does, and there's two ways to deal with it, maybe more, but two main ways. One is slow and steady wins the race. Friends, get away from mommy, people relationships, dog relationships, they're not new, so when his brain goes, his brain no longer just loses it like it did there, because he came out here and he played with 20 dogs and he just a different dog and his brain just doesn't go there. Mm-hmm. Then there is punishment applied at that very moment. That did happen today with the shockiness of the pool. It also happens when he hits the end of the leash on those moments. Mm-hmm. That sort of punishment right when your brain is that way. I'll tell you a story about Duke, my new dog. You know my new dog?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Twice he was tied out. He's been tied out more than that. But once we were at a field, Prince was like egging him on, and he's tied out because you're like a young puppy, like you can't handle being. And Prince barked at him big, and he lunged, not bad, but he lunged and he hit the end leash and he fully flipped himself. And I'm like, I'm glad you didn't go to the vet and break your neck, but I'm also glad that happened. Right. And then we're also in front. He was tied out to the bumper of my car. Dog kind of appeared out of nowhere and he just lost it and he just lunged and he did it again and he flipped himself. And that creates like inhibition when the consequences are so. The pool wasn't hard, but it was shocking. Yeah. There was behavior and then serious something. We need those. That's why I contemplated bringing Prince out, muzzle on while you were gone or while you were here, and going, yeah, go at him. And it's going to be a real shock to the system. Mm-hmm. However, I'm with him. We just need like a couple. It's a little too quick for that. Mm-hmm. His brain is just somewhere else. He's not some jerky pit bull that is just all dominance and that needs a correction. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So there's two ways. We're going to do both of those ways, and that one works on an operant level. The other works on like a counter conditioning level. Those two things coming together is very powerful.